Since 2015, the World Bank Uganda country portfolio faced numerous challenges in managing and mitigating social risks affecting communities associated with the road construction project.
Scope came as a result of a limited integration of social safeguards in the infrastructure development, where I think the UNRWA and other implementing partners were only looking at infrastructure development, but not integrating issues of social protection. So this resulted into abuse of children's rights, abuse of women's rights.
Eventually, it became an issue to government and the funding agency that those are some of the social issues that were not dealt with at the beginning of the project.
To address those challenges, World Bank, through the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, deployed 4 implementing partners to pilot a 1-year project meant for supporting children's opportunities through protection and empowerment.
So SCOPE came in as a mitigation measure to not only prevent the future occurrence and recurrence of sexual and gender-based violence, especially affecting children, but also putting response measures to ensure that the community gets more active in attending to sexual-related cases.
Although construction projects such as roads like this greatly impact towards tourism and the general economic development of areas where they are set, the host communities of this particular project paid a high price for its establishment. A case at hand is the Bigodi community, where the construction of the World Bank funded 65-kilometer Kamwenge Kabarole road escalated an already existing problem of child abuse.
So we already had our own issues as Kamwenge with that project, with that community. So when the road came, the decision was to have the camp established in Bigodi. Already that was too much for them.
As some parents devised ways of earning from this opportunity through sending miners to sell foodstuff to the road construction workers, they ignorantly exposed them to sexual violence. Her desperate need for scholastic materials led her to the wrong hands, shattering her dreams of becoming a teacher. The culprit sexually abused her, conceiving at a tender age. Today, Mary breastfeeds a 13-month baby whose father's whereabouts are unknown. Mary's defiler worked with the Kamwenge and Kabarole road contractors. Like Mary, some of these young girls who were sexually assaulted were underage school-going children. This contributed to a high rate of school dropouts, shattering their career dreams and inflicted irreparable damage and trauma, threatening to end their lives.
Omujara koromo mu rugudo yantweka kunajiro mukanagambira abasire banje baza kugira ngo bakwata mojo kwija kumuronda bashanga mojo yirukire yagenzi batandika kumparahaza ni bamparahaza ubunsatinire kugamba kuna abagambiro umusigazo ntwekire yagenzire naguma nenda nimbona bona tinyi no kunyamba sazino mwana ine myaka 2 n'ecweka sazina lega bitindishe takamanya nishe wena nketa makale mbera yabambi munonga naye tamanashara musana ngende ngeyite nibwe nagenda bona menta wakerabo bagamba wotakamaya yabulira uzaro mwana orondaho ratole no mwana wamara kuzaradi omwana orondaho ramute nagamba tinyina ho ndo kumutabo kwa abanyaruganda bo hawo wundi kumata gamba kare
nazara amara kuzara nabona muzire kale muzeyi wanje yagamba hakichora abone n'eki na kimwe na wadde ngu ne bakwana rumugo kutaro mwigwaro turuliho oyefeho.
Among the girls is Farida, who dropped out of school at the age of 11 due to the financial constraints at home. As Farida struggled to make ends meet working as a barmaid, she fell a victim to abuse after being promised to achieve her dreams.
Omusiza iza yangamba sente ze barati zikuza kumara akana koromu nkuto runo rugudo rwa football Kamwenge yanjira na kumpereza saruna shomese nanye shome ntandika gukora kuna hulirecho nanye nagenda kwenka kuna ikireyo nafunenda ekeyine myeze 2 yangamba tinkuza kutwara uryo mwana muto namugamba no yenda nze hinyi nenda umukaka ni banyita yanshohoza aheru nagenda natina kwikumuka munwani wanje yangambira omubazi bagweta no muhoko kanywa enda tiyargamu kabyama bigode here center 2 weeks 2 aruhondi enda yagumama nashaba mama ekiganyiro yanyikiriza nagaruka omuka aho natandika embera yo kubonabona nazimba amaguru wena n'ibibero bikabizimbire embera yangumira.
One of the initiatives has been on the sensitization of different stakeholders to devise ways of eliminating this vice. This can be witnessed in this meeting where religious leaders in Kamwenge committed themselves to end violence against children.
They are a key stakeholder who at several times interact with people of all walks of life. So we need to engage them. We need to give them the right message, well packaged, so that when they disseminate it to their followers, then the true information, the correct information is got. And people believe in them.
Each of these implementing partners played a different role in ensuring adequate interventions to address violence against children in Kamwenge and Kabarole districts. World over, the confidentiality of children is key in child protection. At Bigodi Health Center 3, a big number of adolescents flock here for antenatal care, immunization, and counseling services. Because of the child-friendly services at these centers, many children have seen their hope restored.
We are looking at how best can we keep these children safe.
So that in the future nobody points at them and say this one is the one who was maybe abused, this one was the one who was raped. In most cases, those survivors, sometimes they would want privacy and confidentiality.
Okutendekwa kwange okubanya okubatutendekere abana bakayandibwaho muno habokuba saha zino namanya nkuko ekizibu kisobora kumwizera kandi akasobora no kukimaraho akaba aina abanywani bitataso kumanya nkuko munywani naso kumugambira ekizibu cye kikakora kikaho.
We have seen that there is a great improvement in the number of child survivors that seek for medical attention, but at the same time seeking for psychosocial support services for qualified personnel.
Because of the availability of this service and our education to the community, there is increased awareness now. Then, of course, when there is increased awareness, you get many more cases being reported, and the police refer to us, those survivors, so that they can undergo the counseling sessions.
On a daily basis, you meet these girls engaged in constructive activities that have restored their hope like never before. Jenna Simwe is among these survivors trying to learn tailoring as a skill.
Bakatusubiza kuturamara kukwata ujyo mwene bamuhokeye cyarana ati no kuninyaga no mutima gumwe emaku ndamare kukwata nibaza kumpe cyarani bampe capital nanyotandike nyekoze seo wanje n'umwana wanje turije muno
nama kufuna ke charane chanja bwanje inyina masikora kushanga stama muduka yanje nkeyi nyina habana ndi kuba traininga kushanga nanye ndije ombwire bo mmisho ntine chende kwegomba.
Besides Jen, other survivors have also gained various skills, including learning how to plait hair. Life was indeed a mess, but after the scope intervention, these girls believe that life seems to be steadily changing.
Atabana bastama batandika bayega kuba amaziro kwezi kumwe batandika kole ibintu birarugamu abana bija barashemererwa yana kuyenyuma batandika kuja barajebwa
hati sazi na hindi nishonero mwana wanje obuteteye nshonero agwo kuguza sazi ntindi kubago kwanyegire sazi ni budget nzo mwana wanje abuka ninyishe ninyenyana ombwire bwo ngushonye namasuko nyenza kumuhera mpaka maziri atakamanyishe
ko hati hano nahurira amana gangarukamu ubanyataga genda nkokulima akasenta kanga kuba nyine ninyongereza mukaduka kango mu obuntu nukwente obundi ningurira abana bange sukali obundi ningurira abana bange byokulya.
Nevertheless, the district officials acknowledge that there are evident changes that the SCOPE project has brought.
We want us now to start taking the message to other parts of the district. But SCOPE is doing well. It is training our teachers in schools. It is training our staff at the district, working in community offices and sub-counties.
As Kamwenge, we already have our district action center. And when these people call Kampala, the 116, then Kampala routes back our cases, and we are able to follow. So that security reporting has helped us to have more cases reported.
So we are glad that these people came in and capacity-wise, our clinicians and made the health fraternity in general at least have been trained.
Like in many projects, there are challenges that need to be addressed, lessons learned, and recommendations made.
Some of them expect that maybe when they come here for counseling, that we are going to offer transport, but sometimes we don't have.
You find a leader is now trying to entice police to reconcile the defiler and the parent of the defiled, and they are changing a statement.
So you find that we lose up some cases. You fail to follow those cases if a parent or a caregiver has no interest in the case.
Some people, so-called the bush lawyers, who want to interfere with investigations, who want to mislead the parents of the girls to accept the little money, refuse to cooperate with police. But at least we have tried to engage stakeholders, local councils, to make sure that one is stopped.
But I think sometimes it's very easy to work in silos, that the police do their things, the CDOs do their things, the court do their thing, and there may not be so much interaction between all of them. But seeing what is possible working together, to seeing how much you can do, the capacity of the CDOs to really respond to these cases in a really positive way.
We need to have the issues of human rights and specifically child protection and women's rights and men's rights into issues of infrastructure development.
As we plan for such projects, how do we support those children that want to go? Could we have a component around reintegration into the school system, which was not part of this?
This isn't just about a year pilot, about those longer term interventions of how we can really equip and strengthen those linkages, working through the district action centres to see a real positive response and the strengthening of a response to sexual violence against children cases.
With the input of all stakeholders and partners, the benefits of the SCOPE project will flourish on and improve the livelihoods of these young survivors of sexual abuse in Kamwenge and Kabarole district.